Hi, my name is CC Bandit, and I'm here with More Than the Movement at Creative Rental Space.
Hey y'all, it's your girl LaQuinda. I am here with CC Bandit at the More Than the Movement podcast here at Creative Rental Space. Subscribe to our channel, subscribe to her channel, and check out this episode we have coming up. All right, so tell me about how you started your dance journey here in Atlanta, bringing Afrobeats to the scene as it was coming out during that time.
Okay, so shout out to Diddy and Ma for giving me my first opportunity to teach at Gotta Dance Atlanta. She was teaching an Afro pop class, but she went on tour. I ended up taking over her class. And from there, I ended up getting my own class at Groove to Music. So shout out to Groove to Music for providing that space as well. And then also as a first generation Liberian American, African street dance has always been a part of my culture. Whether I'm doing it at weddings, barbecues, just vibing with my cousins, it's always been a part. But, you know, back then we didn't have all the vocabulary like Afro beats. Even though Afro beats was a thing, we just didn't have that verbiage. We were just doing our thing, doing our culture. So as those terminologies start to come more to the forefront, Afrobeats music was rising. We had the Whiz Kids, the Davidos on the rise.
Yes.
The dance moves started becoming synonymous with the music. So once those spaces opened up in 2009, I just ran with it. But it was really easy, being that it's a part of my culture.
It's what you had been doing.
It's been what I've been doing.
And now was like the opportunity to share it and it was opening up outside of, So I love, like, I remember your class at Group to Music, that was
the first class you came?
Yes, that was like,
it was a Davido class. I taught
Yes. I don't even think I had locks there.
I have that video.
I think I had two puffs.
Yeah, you did.
So that was like, I was coming from DC, and I think everybody had jumped on to, I forgot what that trend was. That was like the first time I was like hearing about like the popular African music coming out with the youth culture. I'm gonna think of it like out of nowhere and scream it out. So we'll keep going. Okay, so tell us about your new endeavor that you are wearing right now.
Yeah, so my new endeavor is my fashion line called My Crew Clothing. It's spelled M-I-K-R-U. So Crew basically is my dad's tribe from Liberia. My mom is Vibe, but my dad is Crew.
Okay.
The Crew people, their significance, they have a big significance in Africa, and I feel like in the world, because they were fishermen, so they understood the sea, and a lot of the Europeans would hire them to go on their boats to help them navigate the sea and the trade routes. And then what I found out also recently is palm wine music, which is a big inspiration for Afrobeats and high life music. Palm wine music stemmed from the Crew people, the fishermen, as well in Liberia. So it's just nice to know that my country, what always seems to be a little bit looked over, had such a big impact on something as big as Afrobeats.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I love that. So My Crew, is this a double entendre, or is it like, are you talking about is this like
It is a double entendre, I guess you can say, but also just like an opening conversation starter for me to share my culture and things that people may not have known about Liberia.
Nice. I love that. So tell us about this top.
All right, so this top is a handmade denim Africa halter top. It has real leather suede straps holding it on. It is big chest friendly, I promise. I based the top off of bust and bra sizes. The website is mycrewclothing.com.
Yes.
So check me out. I also have some other things in the works. It's not just for females. I have my little belt that men can wear as well. It has a little pocket in it, you know, put your lip gloss, put your wallet, put your phone, all those things. And then, you know, the little fisherman robe is a little play on, you know, the culture and all of that. So,
I love this. You're always so intentional with your art, your artistry, and moving the education forward with your dancing. Like, you gotta get in her class, especially if you're doing these movements and you have to move the culture and the history forward. And she is one of those people she's going to start off by telling you what you're doing, where it's from, who's did it. Like, she knows the things. This is like a walking library right here when it comes to knowing the culture and not just borrowing movements and like, oh, this is cute, this is cool, we're gonna do it. education. So get in her classes. Can you tell me where and tell the audience where we can get into your classes and come
Okay,
dance
right
with you?
now I do teach just pop-ups once a month. You can find me on CC Bandit on all platforms, CECEBANDIT on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. When I do my pop-ups, I am here at Creatives Rental Space, and I am teaching on Mondays at Excel.
Yes.
As of now,
That's your
but that
advanced class.
day may change. We're kind of playing with that schedule as of now. But just check out my page, tap in with me, turn on your post notifications.
Yes. So your that's your Wednesdays classes here, right?
Well, I'm no longer teaching here
That one.
weekly.
Weekly, okay.
Yeah,
But
so
the pop-up will
the
be-
pop-up ones
Okay.
will, yeah.
So that class, like that one is like a drilling class. So it's so fun. It's so beginner friendly.
We
So
don't even do choreo majority of the time.
Yes.
We're just doing drills and vocabulary down the room, and then maybe at the end, if we have time, we'll put the things we learned down the room together. But the focus is, like she said, education, vocabulary, and being able to sit in the different pockets of the different African street styles.
Yes, and that's like so foundational. Like I went on a trip with her to Ghana. Okay, when was this?
2023.
And I got to take some dance classes there, and
They
when
do not
them
play.
people say drill,
There's no air conditioning. These
Well,
people are dancing full out. There's no marking. They don't even know what that word mark means.
it was like 109 maybe,
Easy.
degrees in the studio,
And you're doing the same move for 30 minutes.
for
straight.
30 minutes until everybody got it. Mm-hmm. That's how you listen. When y'all be like, oh,
That's how you train for real.
that's how you gotta train. So you want some training, not just like, I'm here, I'm cute, I'm trying to
There's no video at the end of
no,
class.
ain't no video. Ain't no video.
I mean, besides what you record for yourself to
The phone
practice.
probably
yeah.
gave up on you. Had like your phone ain't even gonna turn on in that heat.
Yeah.
and it's a sauna in there. So you just gotta come to train. So I love that you like have that and are bringing that. Performing international, all around the world, all around the states, on the stages, in the classrooms. Can you tell us how people can kind of connect to finding their lane in dance
Ooh.
and being themselves in this industry when there's so much pressure, especially I would say in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and for Black women to just go for sexy all the time or go for tell us about that.
One thing I had to learn and still have to remind myself is comparison is the thief of joy. Somebody
Biblical.
else's blessing and where they're going in their career may not be for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to take inspiration, but when it gets to a point where you're constantly comparing yourself and you're not even seeing like the growth that you've made because you're comparing yourself to another person's journey, that's when you've lost the whole
You've lost the plot.
You lost the whole plot, okay? So one, it's very important to know your strengths, know your why. That's the number one thing, because once you know why you're doing what you're doing, and I'll tell you right now, it can't be for money. Because if money is your why,
In dance,
baby, you're not gonna last that long. Because the checks don't always come like how some people think that they do, or maybe like how some people display on Instagram or social media. You know what I mean? I'm here to keep it real with you. You're gonna have some seasons where you're winning and some seasons where, you know, you're gonna have to live off of what you saved up on. But I think it's very important to know your why, know why you're doing it, and it needs to be strong if you want to have longevity. Really dig deep and figure out who you are and what is your purpose, because not every dancer is meant to be a choreographer. Not every dancer is meant to be a teacher. Not every teacher is meant to be a dancer. There's so many roles in this industry, and I feel like sometimes people just all want to fight for the same spot. Everybody wants to be that it dancer, that booked and blessed dancer, but we need logistics. We need administration. We need contracts. We need organization.
Advocates.
We need everything. We
All
need
the things.
everything. And your strength in other areas may be what is what will take you far in the dance industry. You know, it may not necessarily be physically dancing or choreographing or teaching. So just take your time to do your research and figure out what is available to you. What are your strengths? What's going to serve you? What's going to help you serve other people? Because you can't be in any space and just be a taker, right? You have to
be of service.
You have to be of service as well. So I think those things are very, very important when navigating your path in this career. And have some morals, baby.
Please.
Have some morals. It's so important to know what you're going to stand for and what you're not going to stand for.
Have a backbone.
Have a backbone. Know, like, your point where you're like, okay, I'm not doing this on the job. This is just something. This is where I crossed the line. Like, and when you know that, it'll be easier for you to say yes or say no to a gig.
Yes. Speaking of that, so you were saying the things that we need, and you were talking about being of service. And one of the things that came to my mind while you were speaking and saying that is we need mentors. We need mentorship as well, which is not always teaching and educating, but you are one of the best mentors in the industry, I think I've seen. Tell us how your approach to building community and bringing people in and giving people opportunity, like with you, like. You're really good at that.
Thank you. My approach is thinking about what I needed at that time. What was I searching for when I was an early dancer? What did I need to learn the most? What are mistakes that I made that I could have avoided? And what can I help other people avoid? What do I see other dancers doing that I'm like, yeah, I did that and it was a waste of my time. Let me make sure other people are not doing that too. So those are things that I really try to hone in on when I help people. It's just like, what was I looking for? What was I needing back in those early hungry days?
And speaking of those early days, can you tell us some of the inspirations and some of the names and some of the movements that you are pulling from right now?
Oh my goodness, there's so many. Cece Kelly, man.
Always.
I wanted to be her. Like, I was doing the work study program at Gotta Dance. So I was required to take her classes from her video mix class, which was okay. to her leaps and turns class.
Them across the floor.
Those were my foundations, things that like, you know, made me the well-rounded dancer that I am today. Ricky McKinney, shout out to him.
I love Ricky so much.
I love Ricky.
Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out to Ricky. I love you, Ricky. I'm praying.
We gotta get
for
Ricky
you.
in here.
Yes. His ballet class, you know what I mean? Like, those foundations were so important for me. Quincy Lamar, Gordy Holt, Sakina Lestage, Kiki Eli.
So many.
So many. Jamaica Craft. Watching Fatima from a distance.
Yes.
All those people. Saida, Nairobi.
We definitely are showing our age at the moment.
We are.
Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there at Gotta Dance. Y'all
But to
wasn't
see
in there.
these people in their element, in their heyday, was
Y'all wasn't fighting for your life.
it was unmatched.
But yes, and from the continent right now, who are you pulling from? Who is like
My dance mentor, Spoo Shishu, Dr.
Okay.
Spoo. He's my Pansula instructor. That's why I go to South Africa every year to train with him. I've learned so much from him, not even just about Pansula, but about life. Everything that we learn in his class can be applied to everything in life. And one of the things that he said that sticks with me to this day, during a freestyle session, he asked me how I felt after it, and I was just like, I feel like I could have did better. And he asked me, he said, are you dancing to express or impress? So now
like that.
That's just something I ask myself every time before I go into any space and share like what is my intention.
right coming from an inward place rather than trying to take on what the audience may be feeling or giving them what they want.
He inspires me a lot, yeah.
I love that. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by, CC.
You're welcome.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned with us. We have a lot more amazing artists like CC coming to visit and coming to chat. And again, follow her on all of her social media platforms, subscribe and follow us. And thank you for stopping by. And thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.